eliminate him making that. He makes Shaq there. He gets a body to the 6 gym. Like, it's just over. There's 2 blokes on Jen's top side doing Jen's for free. We see this one pop. I don't think that was on X-Tap's schedule. We know they have no prog, so he does have a bit of time now. He does have prog. They've chewed through Ruin. This gen down here is, yeah, then it's not, I mean, it's, say no prog. 30 at least. Either way, Maya's in chase now. Delhi has been used. I think Revolution obviously wasn't DS. No filler here. This should just be death pretty early, yes. There's going to be a death in the gens, I'd say. I mean, they had potential here to set up for, I guess, a 6 stage if Laurel take aggroed, but I guess now XTAP has a hook in gens. It makes it a bit more scarier. You need a quick pull here. XTAP will be very aware of a quick pull as well. Very, very aware. You will see. He won't give it up.
Yeah. I mean, I think in a situation like this, obviously the Ruin has gone a very fast unhook, so beautifully done there, but you have to send it to the bottom of the map. You can't, now that Ruin is out of the trial, you have to rely on XTAP consistently hitting these generators without actually getting the eruption proc from down. So I think right now, XTAP he is obviously found our 13Y. I'm just gonna take the M1 onto him, but you know, the pressure is definitely, it is looking like a 4K1 if these survivors, you know, don't get on these gens, but keep in mind, these gens will be pumping a lot, so, you know, obviously you can hit a gen, what, 8 to 10 times before it blocks, and, you know, that's what I mean when I say don't giving away the eruption, so just consistently hitting those gens and not giving away free downs, and oh my goodness, we have caught Laurel. Our Guardia and the Dead Hard is not going to come into effect, so, hell, Jarms, I tell you what, the survivors, they were in a really nice situation, and, you know, the hook is in the 3, it's in the gens, so it's not great here. It's obviously on the top mid side here, and you know, this is starting to look like problems, and I mean, they are going to have to figure something out here, or it could be, you know, I think that they can play for a 4K0, but they are going to have to, you know, get this unhooked very fast and protect themselves as we do get a late break onto the pallet, so, you know, this is going to be another down, and here's where the problems jump. This is where it starts to creep up. The unhook should come in now, as we do see it on the side of the spectator. So, I mean, it is starting to look a little bit like problems here. Downs going left, right, and center. So, Jarms, if you're in a situation like this for the side of survivors, what can you do? What can you really do? I mean, to get yourself out of it?
There isn't really much you can do. I mean, you obviously don't have a hook in the gens anymore, so pulling this and then last thing would be good. One good chase really does it all. We clean pull this as well. If we can body for the BT, which we definitely can. This is...
Oh! What's happened there?
We've just left our son to die. The last fresh of the trial as well. That's going to be 4. We're at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 right now. 8, 4. And honestly, so yeah, I mean, the gen shouldn't be that high. I mean, I believe that was Laurel just sprinting across to get to the other side. I mean, yeah, this is awkward. You will see the pull for the gen kick. You will have, if you don't, it would be a bit awkward. Yeah, you do see it. We have the body here now. We actually have the body properly. We do mess it up here. We need to go for main window. We better hope that Maya has has BL. She doesn't have BL. We're running to a place with no pallet, so it doesn't really matter what's happening here. Oh, we missed the M1. Do we make something now? We just go, yeah, we just go for Jake, which I think Jake has the possibility of being DS, which XTAP is aware of. We see a bloke back on the gen. Yeah, I mean, you just maybe commit this. If this guy lasts, maybe the pick comes through with a double. It's doable for a 4K0, yeah.
Yeah, beautifully said. So we are going to avoid here, and this will be obviously a down here, but you know, the eruption is going to creep onto these survivors slowly but surely. The perk is almost seen on every single side of the survivors. The killer, sorry. So, you know, this is going to be problems here if we can't execute how we play. So, honestly, Jarms, it is looking fairly fairly situational with the perks that we got running. Obviously, Eruption, like I said, almost seen on every single killer. One of the most clutch perks in the game, gives away a bit of aura, 10% progression for 30 seconds cooldown. So, you know, in a three gen situation like this, where it is a nice tight 3 gen, I mean, problems do start to occur on the side of the survivors. So, you know, obviously 2 survivors are remaining, and it does look like it'll be a 4K1 Jarms.
Yeah, I mean, you're exactly right. There's no real way you can pull back from this 2v1 against X-Tap. World-class killer, it's not going to happen. He's played well to get a 4K1 here. He almost lost it early, but getting that down onto, I believe it was Revolution, nice little curve on the tires. Getting that down onto Revolution at Shaq before he could drop the beautiful. That was the key. Also getting the hook on Maya in the gens was perfect. 2 critical mistakes from Nyx that honestly don't need a lot of revision to look over. You know what the mistakes were. You got to find a way to make sure that Revolution gets checked there, and maybe Revolution needs to figure out maybe a micro decision he made that needed to be better, or maybe even a team decision, maybe a body, just to ensure that he gets there. Something of that nature. And on the reverse of X-Tap, maybe also considering how your start happened, you know, you also had a pretty good start. Things could have gone bad if, you know, Revolution didn't kind of give you a free down at main. Did it like that as well. Either way, you're right. 4K1 is 13 white takes last chase. Well, a pretty good result for the Hillbilly these days, I'd say.
Oh, yeah, I mean, absolutely. I mean, this killer is talked about, especially in OSL's outs, and, you know, on anyone's day, it can be outs, it can be 4K, you know, 2, 4K1, 4K0, you know, anything is possible, especially on a killer like this, where if you have a good start, that sort of sets you up for the game. But on the side of X-Tap, I mean, to be completely honest with you, Jarms, he didn't have a great start. He obviously did get a good fast down, but those survivors pulled back the pressure and sort of set themselves up. So, you know, this is going to be, you know, a bit of the, you know, this will be a Mori, sorry, what am I saying? But, yeah, it is, it's
back to OSL Radio, just got the little blunder there, sorry. Yeah, I mean, 4K1, so I'm going to ask you a pretty severe question for you on the hot early.
Yep.
What do we need to see here from Revolution to get this 4K2? What needs to be achieved? And obviously getting things like a quick tunnel out, things like, you know, having long chase. What are the key components we need to see? What needs to happen here?
Definitely gotta, I mean, look at the build he's running. Clearly going for an aggressive build because he does have Thanatophobia or whatever it is, Thanophobia on. So we are going for an aggressive build, and considering there is a no Myther on the lineup, that will be a focus. It's not, so there you go. So it's Hermes. So, you know, I haven't seen Hermes play killer before, let alone Billy. So a nice little down there, and Jarms, I don't know if you saw it, but we definitely are playing aggressive because there is no corrupt in the trial. So playing this very aggressively. We're running Eruption and Pop, so that'll give us a bit of a bonus while hitting those generators. No Ruin, which is a bit of a surprise. Thought that would come into effect instead of Thana if we're not going to bring Corrupt, but here we are. I mean, it doesn't get much better than this. Situation where these survivors are really, you know, they just need to pop, you know, 5 generators. And oh my goodness, I don't know if that was lag or it was just a bit of a bug, but we have gotten a little bit stuck. So, you know, no Corrupt sort of changed the aspect of this game, but Thanatophobia will come in clutch, I do believe, over the next few minutes, especially with 3 injured survivors. That is 12% regression. So we are going to go back here for our tunnel out and get Eruption on all these generators. I think that is absolutely a play, just to maximize, you know, how strong we can go. And, you know, Hermes really is playing this one to win, and obviously is going to have to perform to his best if he wants it, because there is no doubt in my mind that the perks that he is running are going to have a major impact, and we don't get sniped here. So, you know, these survivors are doubling a gen in the background. Not too sure which generator they are going to get off, because the big man Hermes is going to go over. So we are in chase with the big man Stract. Haven't seen Stract in a hot minute, so good to see that man out there. So we do have some pellets here to play with, Jumps. Now, I tell you what, this is some real aggressive gameplay we've got here.
Quite passive aggressive, I would agree with you, Big Hat. Get it down soon though, because it's starting to get out of our reach to 4K. When we do get it down here, finally onto Stract here, the big man, El Stract himself. I mean, it's just really well played from Source so far. They've got good pressure on the board, no tunnel out. If they've been doing their studying as well, this would be Delhi if I'm not mistaken. I mean, unless there hasn't been a scenario for Stract to get Delhi. Which, to be honest with you, I haven't been fully aware. I did miss a little bit of that first bit, but yeah, I mean, hook mid 11, not bad. We do see a bloke on 4 here. We are going to push him off, screen him or upside. We have 1-12-4. We have another main as well. But I think we're just going. I don't know. We're not really tunneling, Hasso. I mean, we are. We do have this. Our tunnel out in quotations, right? We are taking a BT hit as well. Like, this should just be DS Delhi, Hasso, no?
Yeah, I mean, it should be realistically if we're going to take it down. We are going to pick, so we are just going to go for our injured survivor, if I'm not mistaken. But, you know, as you said, you study, you see 2 Savage running it. A lot of teams, we saw Gibbsy the other week against Boosted's team running the Delhi, DH, DS, and no Mither. So look at the bait that we are doing. This is some Halo LB bait right here. We are really trying to get chase here, which is obviously the play. So we do have Dead Hard in the trial still available to our disposal. So we are probably going to whack that up shortly, and you know, this is going to be real dire, and we are going to win a nice little 50 and get away from the pallet. So this is going to look like maybe we'll fake it Dead Hard to get through to the pallet. Oh my goodness, what has happened here? We have I don't know how we haven't reached that, but we haven't. So we are in a really nice spot if we are the survivors, just pumping jets. And look at that. Look at how well the big man Stract is playing. He's playing this perfectly. He's going to die here on the pallet. Someone's probably set up for a pallet save, and we are going to pull it away, but you know, that might have been a bit of bait just to catch a few more minutes, a few more seconds, should I say, on the side of survivors. I know a lot of survivors like to taunt or point or call over the killer, especially dying on a pallet. Sometimes you just let the killer have a little search around. So, I mean, Jams, you know, I think that the game has been played too fast on the side of Hermes. I mean, it feels like obviously not having the corrupt at the start sort of had a bit of a problem, and we are going to get a stun. So this is a really, really good effort here from Stract. So Jumps, if you're, you know, the killer right now, if you're Hermes, what are you doing?
I think he's in a spot where he's can't 4K anymore, unfortunately. As sad as that is to say, he's himself in a good spot. I think, you know, I don't know how you really come back from this. Stract is on the ground. He is slugging, which is very interesting. He kind of needs to. This gen should win con. Yeah, beautifully played. So, kind of impossible to do anything there. Stract's going to get up to. The best thing to do is just go for G Money or the Claudette, which is Alexandre. Because those are your most hooks, Hasso. And I'd say this is a valiant effort for Hermes' first attempt. Oh.
Yeah, absolutely. Very nicely done. I mean, Gunther just, you know, I haven't seen Gunther again. Another survivor I haven't seen really in a hot minute. I haven't really been tapped into the side of Source. And I tell you what, this man is someone special to watch out for. This man's always putting a performance on. So shout out. We have gone in for a down here to save the pressures, but unfortunately we have gotten a little bit stuck in a situation. So now if we can buy a few seconds, and oh my goodness, what are we doing? Are we okay? You know, I think we just take the outs here, but this is going to... what is going on, Jams?
I'm not 100% sure. Maybe the trolling in the end game. We do see someone as DC'd. I believe that couldn't be intentional. 4K0. As clean as you want. No question about it. If we pick Extractor, this is beautiful. And we do. Well played. There's not really much to say. 4K0 from... Okay, he did pick Extract. That could have been bad. That could have been very, very bad. Either way, yeah, well played, Hasso. I think we will go brief, short intermission. And we will... we can pick... Hold on. Unbreakable on the boat. Do we get out here? We don't. We're in. Oh my god, it's going head on.
No. If this,
oh my god.
If this happens, I swear, I'm throwing. I don't know. I'm throwing hands. So hold on a second. They really want to get these out. I mean, fair play. I mean, it's like, you know, if we can pull this off, we are just searching. I mean, just pick. I mean, come on. This is the most obvious thing. If we're not opening the locker, imagine we open the wrong locker. Then I mean, we are just searching, and Hermes is just pick here. There's no other situation you should do. I mean, you should realistically just pick. That gate has not been opened, so we are just going to get the pick up for free, and that's going to be out. So very nicely done from the survivors. So like Jam said, we will take a short cool Myers the shape. Shape has had a bit of a rework done in the past few months to change the way the ability is used. But Jams, we are running a very aggressive build here on the side of Myers. I mean, we are yet to see what the average result will be. What do you think?
Aggressive indeed. We do have the Painter's Erupt on Eruption, and if I could get, unless Hasso has extended born, could I please get a reference? These add-ons do, because I'm not sure. I do see this, and I do believe that is quite an extraordinary, you know, the extremities of it. We do have head-on right off the to Big Hermes. Hermes playing both killers. You do love that. Maybe Revolution just said, you know what, you go tonight, son. You go. I don't really. I mean, can you blame him? You blame him? I mean, it's a bit of a tough matchup. That is a quick. Oh no, that wasn't a quick. Huge. Out powers there. I mean, yeah, I'm not too sure. He's actually using the modes. Played Mars have never actually used the Pursuer mode, so I don't know. This is good to see.
Yeah, I mean, absolutely. We are yet to get it down. We are still farming our power up now. Jumps, I've seen a lot of your gameplay on the Myers. I mean, this killer, when it's in its power, is actually fairly strong. And I have, like you said, I haven't yet to see anyone use the Pursuer mode or really switch modes at all. And I tell you what, we are playing very nice on the Survivor here, which is the Claudette. So we are just going to get the M1 tag, but that is going to buy us a load of time. Probably Shaq getting worked here. I wouldn't really be too surprised. We do have mid getting worked here as well, so, or bot mid. So overall, Jams, this map, definitely not one of my favorites. There is no doubt about that. I think it's pretty odd. I can't really see what's going on through the you know, the wheat and all that. But overall, Myers on this, there's the first gen going. Seriously, it's only the start. We are yet to get it down. We are gonna have to find this survivor that is stealthing nearby, and they've just sent it around the corner of Shaq. So they're playing this really beautifully. So honestly, Jams, so far the survivors are in a really nice spot. What are your thoughts?
Playing very passive aggressive, I would say, Hasso is what comes to mind. That, but we do get a stalk there through the TNL onto the Ace. Good gen progress we can see from Team Thailand. We've got a bunch of gen progress with no hooks. I think we got tagged earlier in the trial. No, we didn't because we got head on. No, I don't know. I'm going senile here. No, either way, like, we're in a great spot if you're the survivor. We do finally pop power, and none of my lovely refs have let me know what the add-ons do. That break my heart. So I'm sorry I couldn't do that. Either way, I would say this is a good death location. You're on the edge map, but you have to pick this if you're Hermes. Oh, hold on, independent. Oh, G breaks my. Oh, I don't think you make that. Maybe if G Money had a vaulted outside of the Z wall instead of vaulting in, maybe he doesn't make that. But he definitely makes it. All things considered, I mean, G-Money's a quality star player, and I wouldn't use him in this ref. That's like thing. But even him, someone like that, like these are the small things you can look out for. Maybe he doesn't get pain resist. Maybe he drags to the hook, or maybe he just doesn't think he can make it. If you know go with that little bit extra. Those are little win you games. Regardless, though, when you're in a position as confident as Civil Source are right now, those little things start to matter a little bit less, right? And when you get to those high level matches, you Savage, your Chinese, your sources, that's when that stuff matters, I'd say. And Hermes is really feeling the pressure of what a world-class team can do to you, even if you're fully prepared.
I mean, yeah, you do have to be prepared in a situation like this. I mean, Myers is, you know, here we go. So we are now in the tier 3 form. Now, this is one where I love to see how survivors play, because I don't know how to play against this power at all. It is probably, in my opinion, one of the more difficult. And we've gone for the window tech, so hold on a minute. Let's hold our horses. We are going to pick our survivor up a bit. Confused what just happened there, but there's a next generator popping, and this will be, you know, one and a half generators left in this trial. So no, there's just one generator. So we're on a roll here. Stract is gonna get forced off his generator here, but you know, like I said, no real idea how to play against this killer in the form that it has, Jarms. It is a bit of an odd one. That the competitive side of things, players will get used to, but I think it is going to definitely take some time for players to develop an understanding of how to verse this killer in its power. But I think it'll also take time for the killer side to understand how to play and use the power to a correct usage. So, you know, obviously we can now break pallets in our power, and we have an incredible lunge attack, almost like coup de grace and all Shaking Thunder combined. So it is very nice and strong, and you know, obviously keeping your power for a while is incredibly fortunate on the side of Hermes. So I tell you what, Jarms, that is going to be the final gen popping in the background in any second. Now, this is looking to be 3 stages. I mean, this has been played absolutely incredible on the side of the survivors. Gunther's been juicing on the loops and been playing this incredibly well. So, you know, we are just going to send it away from this pallet as well. So very nicely done, and we are going to get caught off guard here and just force the lock. And this could, imagine that was head on, would be incredible. But that will be 3 stages, Jarms. That is an incredible performance, and that is the first time we've ever seen Myers being played in OSL. What are your thoughts?
Honestly, so the truth is, bro, the add-ons I finally just got confirmation to. Evil Incarnate, when Evil Incarnate ends, the auras of all survivors are revealed to you for 4 seconds. Hold on. Someone pull Sir Smunk out of the closet right now. He needs to see that. Oh, Lord, that is crazy. That is insane. This converts 50% of a remaining duration to stalk process as well. Where is Sir Smunk as well? He is hiding away these days. He needs to come. He needs to come have a chat about that to everybody, because that is an egregious add-on. When Evil Incarnate,
the same build except a bit of a shock. No corrupt coming into effect. That is a bit of a shock. Xtap switching it around with Hermes, sort of, you know, doing what Hermes did, taking corrupt off one of the killer builds. So these survivors are gonna have to play almost immaculately and perfectly. I mean, you couldn't put icing on a cake any smoother to win this. So we are gonna stealth the big man. Now we are sending it straight to Shaq. So look at the big man Michael Myers lurking around. So honestly, Jarms, to be completely honest with you, here comes the head on. Just wait. No. Oh my goodness, the patience on the survivors here. So very nicely done from 13Y. I don't know if we are sure that it is head on. So we are just going to sit back on that generator, and you know, Jams, this is going to be a very difficult win con for the survivors.
No, I definitely do agree, Picasso. Uh, I think, it's, what was it, 3 stages, if I'm not mistaken, Asso, and we do have great progress already. We do catch out Laurel here. I'm not too sure if it's possible to even, I guess, make that.
Yeah.
Either way, Hasso, it's still a good map. This is a very big map. Fractured Castle is a massive map. Very, very renowned for, 1v1s, I guess. At least back in the day. Maybe not so much back in the day. It's a very strong map. There's a reason you saw Source 4th stage, poor old Hermes. Either way, we can see a replica of it here as well. And this is exactly the same start we saw, Hasso.
Yeah. I mean, pressure needs to be here if the survivors want to get out. There's the first down. So, Jams, this pain res is going to be make it or break it, really. I mean, if we switch back to the killer, I'm not too sure how close the pain res is. That is a pain res. So that is shambles right there for the survivors. That does not help them at all. If they can double this main generator out and this bot mid generator out, if I'm not mistaken, look, it's not looking great on the side of Nyx, but there's the early pull, there's the Lithe coming into action, the Stalk is here, we are 99, we are just going to go straight in. I mean, we are running the J. Myers Memorial, if I'm not mistaken, so this makes your Stalk increases it by 25%, so that's always been an add-on since even the old Myers, so we are opting not to run the other one, but we also do have the same lock of hair, which I believe was used in the last trial when the big Hermes was using it. So honestly, Jams, it is looking very dire for these survivors. The pallets, the resources, they're all going. We do jiggy away, so hold on a second. I did not expect that. I did not even see the scratch marks. The scratch marks catching the killer off guard as well as us casters, so the resources are going fast, Jams. It is not looking great for the survivors.
Oh, I do agree, Big Hasso, and to be completely honest, beautiful stuff from our referee as well. We do have an add-on here, Lock Pair, that converts 50% of the remaining duration into Stalk progress. That is very, very beautifully. So you can hold the active ability button prematurely. That is nice. And then you have the increases Stalk rate, which is goes on the green one. So beautifully, thank you to our referee for that, Jen. Thank you. Also, I will say, Hasso, there's potential here. This is doable. I don't know if we have Shack Pellet, but if we do, this is... Oh, we don't, but this is still just doable. We're in a good spot. We can still last here a little bit.
Oh! Oh my days. If we can last here for another good... I mean, we're going to probably die through this pallet, and we do get hit through it. So very unfortunate on the side of 13Y, but Revolution is cranking that generator, as we do see Nyx Mayo also working a generator. So, it's not a great situation, Jams, for the survivors now, as they can't give up another hook state if they want to win this. They can give up one if they want to tie, but then they're playing for a tie for the whole match. So realistically, this is, it is starting to just be a little bit too dire for them. And I am keen to see how they play it out, though. Whether they get the result or not, whether it goes past their win con and they can't win the set or the match anymore. I am keen to see how they play it out, because the Myers is going to be an interesting set for the rest of the season to see how it is played. As this is obviously, for people that are just joining us, the first set of Michael Myers, the Shape, also known as the Shape, in Oceanic Sacrificial League. So this is going to be, it's going to be a really interesting one, not just from this perspective of the start of the game, but to the very end, and how it's played throughout the season, if the killer is picked. So, I mean, yeah, the add-ons definitely just got away there, unfortunately, on the side of Maya. But the add-ons definitely, Jams, might need to be re-looked at. I don't know how I feel about the what's it called, the Aura one. Obviously, it's not being brought into this trial, but that one is pretty diabolical.
No, I'll be completely honest, and I don't know, bro. It's a bit awkward because you did have a position where you could have done something. Except sort of, he's done the good old deplete. Just play for the fresh. I do believe we saw 4-2 last set. If I am mistaken, please someone can correct me. But that means X-Tap by default technically just needs one hook just to win. He's done a practical thing that you see a lot of people do on low stage win cons. It's just play freely, not really go for the 4K, just go for the win con, which in this instance was extremely lenient for Source / X-Tap. In overall, so we did have a great chase. We did have a great start. It's not even really out of question yet. We do need to last. I don't know if I agree with the FTP, because Revolution, if he dies, it's over, if I'm not mistaken. This even now, getting this chase onto Yuichi is just terrible.
Yeah.
I don't say you can come back from this in a sense. It seems too much.
Yeah, playing a TL against the Myers, as soon as you get into that evil incarcerated mode, you vault about 34% faster. So we are winning a cheeky little 50 here, and this is where the problems set in. As soon as the Myers, we got to win these checkies, and we are going to buy a little bit of time here on 13 wire. We are juicing very nicely. We don't double vault, so this has been very nicely done. We are just buying again even more time if we don't double vault because the window gets blocked. So that will be the fourth hook coming in, Jams. That will be the win to Team Source. But there is no doubt that there is positives to take out. I mean, I don't think this will be the last time, or it could be, but I don't think this will be the last time that we see Michael Myers in OSL for the rest of the season. I think there is definitely a chance that a team, whether they're doing really well and just want to have a funny set, I honestly wouldn't be surprised if we saw a Michael Myers set from maybe 2 Savage or a team that is sort of on a easy, or isn't on an easy, but is on a nice run and hasn't lost really any momentum. So a team that is willing to just have a bit of fun and give this killer a shot. So there's the final gem popping. We are at 5 stages so far, and it does look like we'll just camp this out. The survivors can get out, and a 7 stage, 4 fresh Jams. It's honestly, I think that'll be the average between 4 to 7 stages for Michael Myers. Wouldn't be surprised. I'd be highly shocked if we did see plenty of 4K ones, but yeah. What are your thoughts?
No, you're exactly right. It was a great performance. I think you're exactly right. That's a pretty good synopsis overall. That probably should be what you're seeing. I don't think you'll see anything less or anything. Regardless of that, though, Hassa, we do have an instance of just beautiful